So once again, welcome to day one of our challenge. This time we are running a 4-day challenge. And this challenge, over the next 4 days, you will discover some tools to reduce your anxiety, release stress, and feel more calmer and more in our control. Okay. So no matter what's happening around you, you will find a different version of yourself. You will be able to explore some tools that can help you think much more clearer and reduce that anxiety that's eating you up. Okay, so that's the whole. Um, so also during this challenge that we have, the 4-day challenge, we will also have a fear elimination workshop in between. That's something new that I have added in this challenge from the previous challenge. Okay. So a fear elimination workshop, which will be conducted tomorrow, and that will help you release some fears. So we are going to use some specific techniques where I'll make you go through an activity to release a specific fear that you have. So we will start by writing down your fears and then release those fears. Okay. So tomorrow is a very crucial day, guys. Definitely be there for tomorrow's workshop. Today's workshop is more focused on recognition, identification. Okay. So pay attention. This is the first step for you to understand the inner transformation workshop. Okay. Now, the backbone of this workshop is our RISE framework, RISE. Okay. RISE framework, which consists of 4 elements, and that's why we have 4 days challenge. First one is the recognize. How do you recognize the patterns in your life, which I will be taking today? So today is recognition of your life patterns. After R for recognize, we go for I for integrate. Once we have identified what are the patterns in our life, how we can shift couple of those patterns. For example, your self-criticism to self-compassion, your self-criticism, your self-doubt to self-belief. How you can shift those patterns is something that you'll see. So tomorrow that shifting will happen where all of your fears, we will be able to address those fears and calm those fears and move you from the fear zone to a peaceful zone. Okay. So that is I for integrate. And then we have S for where we help you set. S is for setting healthy boundaries. So, like I always mention, even the previous challenge I mentioned, that most of the turbulences that we face in our life is because we do not set boundaries with the people around us. Okay. And we are accommodative of everything and anything that people ask us for. And that's the reason we end up being stressed out and burnt out. So, setting healthy boundaries and reclaiming your inner peace, that is the shift. And then E comes as the embody, how you can integrate all of that, embody all of these things that I'm going to teach you in 4 days, how you will be able to integrate everything and experience a new version of yourself. Okay. So that's the RISE framework. RISE. So we use this particular framework when we are coaching our students and helping them overcome obstacles in their life. So let's quickly move on to today's session, which is recognizing our life patterns. Okay. Now, how many of you, tell me, how many of you here have observed these different patterns happening in your life? Like, for example, your career going up for some time and then going down for some time. You getting interview calls for some time and not getting any calls for some time. You might have seen these patterns happening. I gave you the career example. Similarly, health. You might have observed that your health is okay for some time, but then it goes down again. Then it becomes okay a little and then goes down again. Okay. In terms of people who are trying to lose weight, uh, a very obvious thing. They lose weight and then they gain again. Then they lose, again they gain. That's a pattern. Similarly, relationship patterns. You will see you have recurring people coming into your life who constantly cheat you. Someone or the other cheats you and or takes advantage of you. In work, in sometimes in work, you end up attracting similar kind of managers. In one of the student told me that he had a manager who was extremely micromanaging and everything in his past job, and the new job, or he changed that job thinking that okay, I will be able to get rid of this manager. I can't tolerate his torture anymore. He got into a new job. There was a new manager, but this new manager was also a micromanager. Again, a pattern. Financial pattern, you will be able to see money grows for some time and then goes down, again grows for some time and then goes down, or many times it goes down for a long span. How many of you have seen these kind of patterns? Any patterns? See, our life consists of HRCM, four areas of our life, four areas of your life: health, relationship, career, and money. Okay, and I gave you examples with respect to each of these areas in order for you to be able to recognize these patterns. So if you are seeing recurring things happening in your life, recurring, that is a life pattern. Hmm? Now, many times when this happens, we question ourselves, why is this happening again and again with me? You know, I had a previous manager who was a micromanager who tortured me. Now in this new place, again, the same thing is getting repeated. Or you might have attracted a partner who is emotionally unavailable to you, who's not available to you when you need him. Who's not there when you want to talk to him. So you will see many times, even in our health, we fall sick, we get okay, then we get cured. Then just after short span after you have become okay, you get us another illness. Then you get cured of that, something else comes up. So either you might be seeing a pattern in your health or in your relationship where people cheat you and different things are happening, um, or maybe career or money area. But if there is a pattern in your life, you have to understand why that pattern is happening, why these constant loops are happening in your life. Now, I mentioned about the life pattern. Everyone clear about the life pattern, right? I want each one of you to write in a sheet, what is that pattern that you are observing in your life? And I will give you a Word document that will help you write down your pattern. And it also gives you information about what I'm talking to you about. Okay, just hold on. In the chat window, I will give you a document where you can keep it with you, but it will help you do the activity well. Just give me a moment. Let me give you this influence of, I will share it in the group in some time. I'll share it in the group sometime. This one is not opening right now. I had created it for you. Tomorrow onwards, we'll start filling it. This one is not opening. I'll share it in the WhatsApp group. Okay. So life pattern we everyone has identified. Take a pen and paper, guys. Since I can't send you this document, take a pen and paper. Just write it for your reference so that you understand today's activity. You don't need to share that with anybody. So just make four columns: health, relationship, career, and money. Four columns. Okay. And in those four columns, health. If you are seeing a pattern in your health, write it down. If you're seeing a pattern in your relationships, write it down. Career, money, also write it down. So you become very clear as we move to the next phase. Everyone, get it done, guys. So that you are able to analyze what I'm going to tell you. Now, when we talk about life patterns, which is very clear, how are these life patterns that develop? Some of them say that, oh, this is some previous karma coming to me and all of that. But these life patterns develop due to some emotions that reside deep inside us. We have some emotional patterns that are governing these life patterns. Hmm? Now, some of you might have observed that whenever you face any turbulence in your life, a particular emotion gets triggered inside you. We need to understand those emotional triggers. Each of us, guys, have a different emotional pattern. Okay. None of us are similar in nature. Hmm? Certain people, when they experience some turbulence in life, they get angry. So the anger is the first emotion that come to them. Some of them, when there are some turbulences, they get very anxious. They get very stressed out. They don't get angry, but they get anxious and they're stressed out. And they give stress to other people around them also. Okay. A very simple example. If we take the example of COVID, okay, uh, when COVID hit, you know that we all were locked up in our houses. Okay, when the announcement was made in TV by our prime minister that we are monitoring the situation and going forward, you are not supposed to step out of the house unless and until it's announced, unless and until we get out of this pandemic. In response to that single announcement, you'll see different people had different reaction to the announcement. How many of you will agree to that? You must have seen your friends, your relatives reacting, all of them reacting in a different way. Some of them became extremely anxious. Oh my God, we are in a pandemic. What if I get COVID, and what if I die? What if my family dies? They got very, very anxious. There were some people who got very angry on the situation, saying that science is so much developed. Why these guys can't control it? What is the government doing about it? How can they lock us up in our houses? This is not done. We are not living in the 1885s or 1780s. Science is advanced, technology is advanced. They should find a workaround for this. Locking people in their houses is not a solution. There were people who were angry on the same situation. So we have anxious people, angry people, and we also had people who were feeling a little guilty. There was a certain group of people who were feeling guilty, or maybe human being. We, as human beings, we have caused so much of destruction on this planet, and that's the reason we are being punished by the universe. We are being punished by the universe. So those guilty people started praying to God for forgiveness and all of that. Many of the people, even though their family members were not impacted, they became sad for the families who were getting impacted. They used to watch the news and they used to sit and cry. They used to feel for those families. So you see, each of these different people that I told you, they are reacting to the same situation, but in a different way. Why? Because we all have a different emotional pattern. And these emotional patterns, the faster we recognize these emotional patterns, dealing with our life situations becomes very, very easy. Okay. So I want you to now take the same paper, just below that where you have written life patterns. I want you to write down what are the emotions that you experience when there are turbulences in your life. For example, in the case of your career, maybe you're giving interviews, but you're not getting selected anywhere. You're getting rejected everywhere. So when you think about your job right now, current job situation, what are the emotions that come to your mind? Do you get anxious or do you get angry? Write down those emotions. Those emotions tell you that what is the pattern that you carry. You have a unique pattern to react. So the we first we identified the life patterns, and just below the life patterns, think about, okay, this pattern is repeating in my relationship area, and when this pattern repeats, how do I react to this situation? How do I react? Write that down as an emotion. If there is a pattern repeating in your career, ask yourself this question: okay, in my career it's going up and down, so whenever it goes down, how do I feel? Do I feel insecure? Do I feel anxious? Do I feel guilty that I did not upskill myself? I did not take the right actions that should have been taken? Write it down, because our emotions govern our life patterns. The way we respond to these situations are actually responsible for these attracting those kind of life patterns. Okay. So we have life patterns, we have emotional patterns, and then we have something called as belief patterns. What is belief patterns? Let me tell you belief patterns. And before I get into the belief pattern, let me give you an example of emotional pattern so that it becomes a little more clearer. So I had one of the student whom I was coaching. Now, this person came for coaching because he was feeling he had this fear of rejection. Okay. And he said that although I want to give interviews, and I know that unless and until I give an interview, nobody will give me a job, but I have a lot of fear of rejection, due to which I can't click on the apply button. you know Now you can think about it. If he doesn't click on the apply button, what is going to happen in his career? He'll be sitting home for the rest of his life. He'll not be working, right? So this guy said, I have this persistent fear. I'm not able to get out of it. You know. So throughout the coaching session, when I asked him several questions, I came to know that in his childhood, this guy in his childhood had experienced extreme criticism, hmm, from his parents as well as his teachers, extreme criticism for his performance in his studies as well as certain sports. His parents wanted him to pursue certain sports, and he was not interested in those sports. So he experienced criticism and lack of support at a very tender age. And that made him feel that instead of expressing my interests, I should keep my mouth shut because nobody listens to me. Because at his own home, he never had a voice. His voice was always suppressed by his parents and his elder siblings, saying that, yo, you don't know anything. You just follow what has been asked. You just follow what is told to you. You don't need to tell us what you want to do. So since his childhood, he was never ever given the flexibility of freedom to take his own decisions. And every time he opened his mouth to say that this is what I want to do, he was shut off. Okay. And as this person grew, he became more of a people pleaser, because he felt that only if I keep the people around me happy, will I be loved. Because that's how he got love from his parents. When he listened to them, when he took a career that he wanted to take, that they wanted him to take, and when he pursued the sports that he wanted to, uh, that they wanted him to pursue, he got that love and support. And he felt, as a child, he felt that's the only way he can get what he wants. So even when he started working and all of that, he became more of a people pleaser, and he began experiencing anxiety whenever there was a possibility of getting rejected. Because in his early life, he was constantly rejected. He experienced that extreme criticism and rejection at a very early stage in his life. And he became anxious that he will not be able to meet the other person's expectation. Okay. Is there anyone who resonates with this particular story? Now, what was happening to him is that he was planning to change his job, and he was not able to, like I told you, he was not able to even schedule an interview, he was not able to click on that apply button. Why? Again, because he feared rejection. So wherever in his life, whether it's career, relationship, he said that I had a beautiful opportunity to get into a relationship with a girl, but I didn't move ahead again because of fear of rejection. What if the other person says no to me? Hmm? So this fear of rejection, when he found that it was getting everywhere, it's moved from career to relationship, he said that, okay, this needs to be addressed. How can I deal with it? So this is how I want you to relate our emotions to our life patterns. So there was a pattern this guy was seeing in his career as well as in his relationship, two areas where this fear of rejection was dominating and was not allowing him to move ahead. Okay, so that's the reason I want you to note down those emotions that are responsible for your life patterns. And when you sit back, where I do this exercise in my coaching sessions, that when I sit back with students, I ask them to relate that emotion with when they actually experienced that emotion in their life. So you will see that pattern might be coming from 20 years, 25 years, or 15 years. You never know. Hmm? These emotions, guys, become a habit for our brain cells. Yes, when you experience an emotion for 20, 25 years, it becomes a habit. That's the reason they run in autopilot. So many of you will be able to understand this fact that if you are an anxious person, anytime anything goes wrong, anxiety comes to you in autopilot mode. Nobody needs to tell you to become anxious. Why does that happen? Because now it's become autopilot in your brain that, okay, some situation is wrong here. So anxiety should come up. Now, we spoke about emotional pattern in detail. Everyone clear? Type done in the chat box. If you're clear, type CL in the chat box. The life patterns, how is governed by the emotional patterns. Hmm. And then we have the belief patterns. Yes, that's the foundation. So we have life patterns, emotion pattern, and belief patterns, which is the foundation. What are beliefs? Beliefs are certain subconscious beliefs that we carry in our mind. Okay. And these beliefs enter our life at a very, very tender age again. Okay. So your belief can be, I'm not good enough. I have to work very hard to make money. Only rich people have all the success in life. I get things always late in life. This was one of the beliefs, by the way, I had. I felt that everything comes to me very late in life. So there are certain beliefs that get formed at a childhood, maybe through your parents, your friends, your teachers. You must have heard somebody saying this, and you feel that that's correct. You felt that that's correct, and you grow with that belief. And those beliefs are called as limiting beliefs. That's called limiting beliefs because of those beliefs we behave in a particular way. Yes, many of you might have observed this, that you know what you need to do in order to move ahead in your career, but you're simply not taking action. How many of you resonate with that fact? That you know what you need to do in order to move ahead in your career, but you're not taking action. Maybe you know that, okay, for this particular role, I need to upskill myself. I need to enroll in a new course. And you might be looking at that course for a long, long time, several months. You're looking at that particular course. This looks a nice course. Yeah, if I do this, probably I will get to that role. But you're not taking the action of enrolling it. enrolling for it. This is self-sabotage. So our behaviors come from our limiting beliefs. Why are you not enrolling for that particular course? Somewhere deep down, you believe that you are not worthy of that new role. You want it. You are constantly, your conscious mind is constantly telling you, I want that next level. I want that new role. But deep down, your inner self believes that you're not worthy of that role. And you keep procrastinating all the things that will get you that goal. How many of you are going through that phase? So those are our beliefs. Like gave you examples, I am not good enough. Money does not grow on trees. Rich people are bad people, are evil people. You have to work really hard to make money. Those are the beliefs. The beliefs make us either take a particular action or not take a particular action. We work as per our belief system. And that's the reason the limiting beliefs that we have to be changed to empowering beliefs. When we change it to empowering beliefs, when we start feeling that we are worthy of all the success in our life, success automatically comes to us. Yes, we start attracting those opportunities. When if just think about it, if your inner belief stays that I'm not worthy, I don't deserve this. Some people, even if you give them a gift, they will tell, no, I don't deserve this. What makes you feel that you don't deserve? Somebody is giving you a gift out of love. Don't say that you don't deserve it. So it's their inner belief. You'll see in your usual dialogue also with your friends, with your family members, there's certain things that will come from your mouth. That is your inner belief. I don't think I can do this. I don't think I can do that. I'm not good in cooking, or I'm not good in sports. I'm not good in money matters. I can't manage money. All of those are limiting beliefs. Is there any particular skill in this entire world that you can't learn? You might not be knowing how to do it, but is it possible that you can not learn it at all? Every skill in this world is a learnable skill. So, if you want to move in a particular direction, if you want to progress in a particular direction that requires you to learn a skill, learn it and do it. As simple as it is. But we don't do it. Why? Because of these beliefs. Because these beliefs make us feel that we will not be able to accomplish those goals because they are out of our reach. Uh, so, ABC person has done it because they are talented. They have the potential. But what about you? What makes you feel that you don't have the potential? It's your limiting beliefs that make you feel that you don't have the potential. So those are the patterns. Okay. Life pattern, emotional patterns, and belief patterns. And now I would like to share with you something that will blow your mind away. Because I'm going to talk about why we end up sabotaging our goals. Okay. Pay attention to this very minutely. You will be able to recognize yourself somewhere over here in the various examples that I'm going to give you about these life patterns. Okay. Just give me a moment. Now, in our life, guys, there's something called as desire and something called as expectation. Okay. Desire and expectation. Make a note of this. Take a note of desire versus expectation. Now tell me in the chat window, which one do you feel is more powerful, desire or expectation? What do you feel? And I'll give you the right answer. Desire. Now, most of you here who is saying desire might have read it in the books that if you have the desire to achieve something, to do something, you will achieve it. You will achieve it. And that's the reason you are saying desire. But let me tell you, wrong answer. And I'll explain why wrong answer. Hmm? When you say that you desire something, whatever your goal might be, let's take a very simple example. You want to lose weight. Okay. When you say that I want to lose weight, and it's a desire that I want to lose weight, that losing weight becomes a should for you. Okay. I should lose weight. That's how you usually refer. I want to lose weight or I should lose weight. Hmm? Do you think when you mention any goal as should, you are able to accomplish those goals? Desires are always should, guys. Desires are always should. I should do this or I want to do this. When we stay in the should zone, you will see we hardly achieve that goal. There's very less chance of you to achieving those goals. So, because basically what you're saying is that if I lose weight, also it's fine. If I don't lose, also it is fine. That's the reason expectations are more powerful than desires. Why? In the expectation world, there is no should, there is must. Expectation is equal to must, write down. So if your should becomes the must, that means I must lose weight. Don't you think this person will definitely do everything possible to lose weight? Let me give you an example. Hmm? Many of you who start different exercise routines and diet to lose weight, several of them fizzle out after 1 or 2 weeks. They go back to the same diet, they stop exercising because it's their should. Now, let's say instead of this, in the keeping the same example in mind, let's say tomorrow you have a injury. You have an injury and you go to the doctor. You meet with an accident and you go to the doctor, and the doctor says, "Okay, this is a very serious injury. You have fractured yourself," and he gives you the medicine and he says that uh, in the next 3 months you have to follow certain exercises that I give you daily in order for you to be up and running the next in the next 2 months. You have to follow these exercises daily, and if you do not follow it daily, even if you miss one particular day, there is a high chance that you will become completely paralyzed for the rest of your life. If he says that, I'm just giving you an example. If he says that if you miss your exercise even for one day, you there are chances that you'll get completely paralyzed for your rest of the life. Now, do you think this particular person who's told this by the doctor will be regular in his exercise? Yes or no? Type in the chat box. If you're told this by your doctor, yes, because now that should has changed to must. Nobody wants to be paralyzed and bedridden for the rest of life. Hmm? So in the should world, guys, we always procrastinate. We'll say, okay, let me do it tomorrow. Next month I will start my diet once again. Now my best friend's wedding is coming, so let me hog some good food. Next month, let me start the diet. Why? Because it's a should. So that's the reason many of those goals that you're writing, you are not taking action for those goals because all of those goals are should. Make those goals as must, and then you will see automatic action coming from your side. How many of you agree with this? Type agree in the chat box if you agree with this example. Yes. Now imagine in your office you have a boss. Who have a boss who has very high expectations from you. Okay. He knows that you have very good potential. So all the major projects and everything, he gets you involved in it. Now he's not harassing you, but he knows that this person is really good in my team. So the important critical projects always come to you. And you know that, and you want to ensure that you fulfill his expectations, so you do everything very spick and span. Now, will you be comfortable with this kind of a boss? who has high expectations from you? Now, the comfort level with that particular boss will be a little less because you work under high pressure. Yes. Yes, Mana said it correctly. Comfort level with this kind of a boss who's constantly pushing you, not micromanaging or anything, but giving you work because he understands your potential. He's a genuine person. He understands your potential. The For you to work with this kind of a boss who has high expectations of you will be a little uncomfortable because you're overloaded with so many things to manage, and you don't want to let him down. And why do we get uncomfortable when there are high expectations from us? Is because we are working under pressure. We are under pressure. And remember, guys, it's only under pressure, when we work under pressure, are we able to achieve those goals. So, all the goals that you have for yourself, if you're really very, very serious about achieving those goals, one big change that you should do is convert those goals, which are currently should, into must. Yes, I have to achieve it. Many of you might have seen this either in your relatives or friends circle. I happened to have this experience a couple of years ago in a distant relative of mine. I saw that this lady was a housewife throughout her life. After marriage, she never worked. Highly qualified lady, but she never worked. She chose to be a housewife. Now she was very happy with her family, contented, and every time we used to meet, she used to say, "Yeah, you guys are all working. I sometimes feel I should also start, but somehow it's going on well. So let me see." So she was never really interested in going out and looking for jobs, and everything was going on well at her end. Then, couple of months later, suddenly there was a major accident, and she lost her husband, the sole breadwinner of the family. She lost him. Hmm. And when that happened, she was completely disturbed, completely, she had no idea what to do for the first few days. But within a week, guys, you won't believe it. Within a week, this woman pulled up her resources because she had kids to look after. She can't be sitting there crying in one corner. Within a week, she started reaching out to people who can help her get a job. And fortunately, her husband's office itself offered his same post because she was qualified. Same post, that if you are interested, you can join us. So within a month, she joined that company. Why? Because that should became a must to her. Now that she had to look after her kids, pay their school fees, look after the food expenses, look after the rent for the house, the should became a must. And now, from the past 5 years, she's working. And now she's become very extremely ambitious, moving up the ladder from one role to the other. You can hear about similar experiences, see certain these experiences all around you. Even if you might have not gone through an experience, but you will see that when people are put in a particular situation where something becomes a must for them, then they definitely take action. And the reason we are not able to accomplish our goals is because most of our goals are written in the should fashion. That even if I accomplish it is fine, even if I do not accomplish also it is fine. So your subconscious mind is constantly telling you that, okay, even if you don't accomplish it is fine, yeah. You have dal roti in your house. What is that kida that you have? You keep trying. One day it will click. You must have seen a similar kind of situation when you go to the gym and you have a personal trainer, and the personal trainer keeps on pushing because he has high expectations from you. So he keeps on pushing you. That's the reason we have a trainer, so that we do not give up in between. And after a particular point of time, you tell him, nahi bas, इससे ज्यादा नहीं होगा. I can't do more than this. Why? As soon as your body starts experiencing that pressure, we stop. And that's where growth happens. Yes, that's where growth happens. For us, so that we don't, as human beings, guys, we always avoid pressure. Okay. We always try to get into situations where there is less pressure. And that is one reason we make goals, and the next year we make another goal. Then the third year we make another goal. We keep making goals, but we don't accomplish it because we don't want to become uncomfortable. There is a, uh, like I always say, our brain likes to be in the comfort zone. And the moment you move it out of the comfort zone, it says, hey, come back, come back. Don't go there. It's too risky. Where are you going outside the comfort zone? That's the reason in our inner transformation club, all the students who create some career goals for them, hmm, there are coaches who push them to achieve those goals. Hmm. When, just like in the gym, you need a coach who can push you to achieve your goal, to do that extra bit when you say nahi abhi nahi ho sakta hai. In your life also, you need, if in order to achieve your life goals, career goals, relationship goals, you need a coach who can tell you that no, you have more capacity. Your coach is a person who knows your potential and tells you you have more capacity. You give it one more try, one more shot at it. So in our community, there are no shoulds, guys. There are only must. You have to do it. That's it. There is no coming back crying, saying that, no, I can't do this. There's too much of pressure. It's like that. How many of you, how many of you today here want to live a life where you are able to achieve those crucial goals? Type me in the chat box. Crucial goals in terms of career, or it might be health, might be in relationships, or it might be in money. Yes. We all want to live life platinum standards. Yes, we all want to live the best quality of life. I tell all my students that before we leave this earth, it is essential for us to ensure that we have accomplished whatever we want in our life. And it is all possible, guys. Don't think that it is rocket science. Like I gave you examples of weight loss, right? Is losing weight rocket science? No, it is not. But people make it rocket science. People say, people, you'll see people giving different excuses when you ask them, okay, you started your weight loss journey last month. What happened? You quit? They'll say, oh, weight loss is not possible for me. I have hormone related problem. I have thyroid. I have diabetes. Or in my family, everybody is overweight. These are the excuses that you give. You'll see when you stay in the should world is full of excuses. How many of you, for the goals that you have written down, you are constantly giving yourself an excuse that I can't accomplish this goal because either I don't have time, I don't have money, I don't know what to do, I'm confused, I don't have a coach. Excuses can be anything. So remember, write this down, guys. Should world is full of excuses. In the must world, there are no excuses because you have no other option, right? I gave you an example of that lady who lost her husband and she had no other option. She couldn't say that, okay, I don't have time to look out for jobs. How can I manage my house with, sending the kids off to school and then office and then who will cook food? She did not think about all of that because at that particular time, the only thing that was in her mind is how will I pay my bills? Yes, the only thing that was there in her mind at that time was how will I pay my bills? And in order to pay the bills, I need a job. The rest of the things, sending the kids to school, cooking the food, everything I will have to manage somehow. And she managed it somehow. She got external support and managed it. Why? Because this particular thing, job, became a must for her. So she stopped giving excuses. You will see a similar pattern in your life. Whatever is that goal that you're chasing, think about, write down in that notepad are the excuses you're giving yourself. One more example for you to understand all the excuses that we give. Let's say, for example, here in this call today, I give you an opportunity, a business opportunity, where I say that you can make 1 crore if you invest 10 lakhs. Example. Okay. By tomorrow morning, 9 a.m., if you are able to invest 10 lakhs, you will get 1 crore. How many of you, tell me, will genuinely be interested in investing 10 lakhs by tomorrow 9 a.m.? Tell me that. Yes or no time. Tell me. Example. This is example, guys. This is example to make you understand, because this is a very nice example. If you invest 10 lakhs by tomorrow morning 9 a.m., you get 1 crore in return. That's the example. What would your response to be? Someone tells you this. Yes or no? Right, whatever comes in your mind, right, guys? I just want to know your thought patterns. Come on, right. Let's see. Let's do this as an activity. Yes or no? Huh. No, that's an obvious answer. Don't be hesitant. No. Why people will say by tomorrow morning 9 a.m. Many people will say no, 10 lakhs is not possible. I don't have that much amount of money. Some of them will say, okay, it's a good opportunity. 1 crore I'm getting, but I need more time. So some people will say, I don't have money. I can't invest 10 lakhs. Some people say, if you give me little more time, probably then I can, arrange for funds, because this seems to be a good business opportunity. Okay. I'm just sharing that example so that you can understand this. Okay. Different people will come with different excuses. Now, let's say the same example I twist it. Okay. And sorry for this, giving you this example, but as an example, let's say that one of your children meet up with an accident, and they admitted to the hospital. And the doctor says that he has to mandatorily go through a surgery immediately. So by tomorrow morning, 9 a.m., you have to deposit 10 lakhs for the surgery. That's the situation. Now, tell me, will you deposit 10 lakhs by 9 a.m. tomorrow for the surgery? Yes or no, guys? Yes, yes, you will do that. And when that yes came, others are not replying, but I know these things are there in your mind. But understand, this is an example, guys. I'm not asking you for 10 lakhs. It's an example. The should became a must, right? For your loved one, you'll do anything. And just remember, think about this. Just think about it. When people wrote yes, when Surabhi wrote yes, she didn't think about how will I get 10 lakhs. Nobody in the must world, we don't think about how. That's the beauty of it, isn't it? Just think about it. Survi just quickly wrote yes, and all of you had the same answer. I know that in mind. When your kid is in the hospital, the doctor says, "Okay, by tomorrow morning 9 a.m., deposit this much money." You say, "Okay, I done." And you will try your best to get it. Even if you don't have funds in the bank, you will beg, borrow, steal from somebody, and you will make it possible, isn't it? Even if you don't have money in your account. because it is a must. Goes without saying. This was to explain you the difference between should and must. So in the must world, there are no excuses. And in the must world, we don't think about how. In this particular situation, even if you don't have money in the bank account, you'll beg, borrow, steal, do anything to ensure that the surgery gets through. How cool is that? So when something becomes a must, the how does not matter. How will I make things happen does not matter. Our mind does not ask you that question. How will I make it happen? How will I pay this person? How will I pay the doctor, the medical bills? You just go out and make it happen. Okay. You will see, your mind will give you multiple options. Oh, maybe you can approach this person. Maybe you can go here. This particular bank, you had some account long ago. Why don't you go and check what's the balance over there? Your mind itself will give you various options. Maybe you have some jewelry. Why don't you check that? But all of that we do later. At that particular time, you tell the doctor, yes, it is done. You arrange for the surgery. I will get ensure that it is done. This is how we have to accomplish our goals. The reason we keep sabotaging our goals is because we are we have made it our should. It is not the must. So if you have taken up a course to get into the IT world or get into some other field, whatever is your interest, you might have done a course, but you're not taking action to apply for jobs. It is because it's a should for you. Okay, I've done a course, so I should apply for a job. But why are you not applying? The day that should becomes a must, you will not think about excuses. There will be no excuses. You will not say, today I did not get time to search for jobs. This is what happens in my one-on-one sessions when students come and they say, ma'am, I'm not getting jobs. And I asked them, okay, how many jobs did you apply for? Well, last week I was busy with this, that. So I couldn't get time for applying for jobs. But one job I applied. I said, okay, are you done with giving your excuses? Are you done? If you're really serious in getting a job, that will be first in your priority. Meeting up with a friend or going for a party will not be your priority. So understand, we stop blaming people and situations when things become a must for us because we don't have time for that. We don't have time to blame somebody or blame a situation when something has become absolutely mandatory. So I want you to do this thing, guys. Tomorrow, before you come for the session, write down your goals, whatever are those goals, and write it down in a way that it becomes must. I must be, I must work in so and so position by so and so. Give it a timeline, attach a time to it. Without a time, how are you going to achieve it? If you want to make money, write down that as one of the goal. I must make so much money, whatever is that money, by so and so date. And just after your goals, write down the actions you are going to take. And take those actions, of course. See, taking that actions become totally up to you because only if you have a coach, the coach can push you towards the implementation. But when you are doing it on your own, you have to push yourself. Remember, these are two things that you have to remember. Goals work beautifully for people who are self motivated. You will see many people who are self motivated, they can work even without a coach. There is another category of people who are not so self motivated. They like create goals and I'm when I make them write, they write, yes, I must be doing this by so and so time and all, and they don't take action. Then that's the reason we have these accountability calls where I say, okay, you told me this in the last call, did you take action? No, I did not. Why did you take that action? See, when you are supposed to come back to somebody and give a status, you automatically take action and come to that status call. This is something that you have to ensure. If you're really serious about a particular goal, ensure that you have somebody who can hold you accountable. I'm giving you steps, guys, steps by which you can accomplish your goals. First of all, make your goals as must statements, add a date to it, add action items in order to accomplish this goal. What are the things that I will do? In order to get that job, I have to apply for at least 10 jobs in a week, and I have to give at least 3 interviews. Okay. And what are the other things? You can write down all of those steps. That will be action items. And last action items. How will I be accountable for it? Who is going to hold me accountable? Who is going to be my accountability partner? You need accountability partners so that you don't deviate from the must world to should world. It is very easy for your must to turn into should again. For that, you need accountability partners who can handhold you and not allow you to deviate. Okay. So that's about sabotage, which I covered. Now I'll take you through a deep meditation. All the emotions that you might have written in a Word document is something that we are going to speak about. I hope you have done that assignment. But if you're not done, complete it tomorrow and come. Tomorrow's workshop is very, very crucial, guys, because fear releasing workshop. It is fear elimination workshop where we'll explore an NLP technique to release fear. And it can be any fear, okay? Release fear and experience peace and calmness towards it. Okay. Now, let's get into our meditation mode. Just give me a moment. Let me start the music. Tell me in the chat window, what are the current emotions you're facing, which I can include in my meditation. So write down those emotions, guys, so that I can include the same emotions in the meditation, whether it's anxious, anger, guilt, shame, embarrassment, desperate. Write it down, whatever you did as a part of the activity. Okay. Preeti has written anxious, secure, insecure, worried. Okay, got it. Others also write. You will see, you'll experience calmness as we complete this meditation. And this is a visualization meditation. As I ask you to visualize certain things, definitely visualize those things. Okay. Be seated in a calm place. Everyone can hear the music and my voice clearly. Type yes in the chat window if you can hear the background music. Great. Music is faint. Okay. I will increase.
it must be better. I increase the volume a little. Sit back comfortably. Sit back comfortably, everyone. Place your hand on your thighs. Sit in a quiet place away from all distractions. This will be a visualization meditation that will calm all anxiety, all the worry and insecurity that you have in your mind. Now let's start our meditation with 3 deep breaths. Take a deep breath in. Hold for 5 seconds and breathe out through your mouth. One more time. Take a deep breath in. Hold for 5 seconds and breathe out through your mouth. One last time. Take a deep breath in. Hold for 5 seconds and breathe out through your mouth. Close your eyes. Now imagine a golden ray of light falling from above the sky. A golden ray of light falling from above the sky onto your head. This light is charging every neuron in your brain. Imagine your brain getting charged. This light then travels to your eyes. And this light is like crystals. Feel the crystals in your eyes. Feel the coolness in your eyes. This light then travels to your ears and charges your ears. Then down to your nose and to your mouth. Your entire face is lit up with this light energy. Your face is completely charged and shining. This light then travels through your throat and down to your shoulders, then to your arms and then to your fingertips. Feel the vibration in your fingertips. This light then enters your lungs and starts charging your lungs. Imagine your lungs getting charged like a battery of the phone. Now this light enters your heart and starts charging your heart. Heart is where our relationships reside. Heart is where love resides. this light now travels to your stomach and then to your large intestine, small intestine, and down to your excretory organs and your reproductive organs. All the organs in your body is completely charged now. The light then moves to your thighs, then to your knees, and down to your feet. Imagine yourself glowing in this light. Feel that energy in every cell of your body. Feel that energy. Now imagine yourself walking in a forest, feeling anxious, worried, stressed, and insecure. Imagine yourself walking. Keep walking. As you keep walking, you reach a river. Look at that river flowing. It has crystal clear waters. Just beside the river, there is a tree. Pluck some leaves from that tree. And we are going to release all these negative emotions from your body. Pluck some leaves from the tree and start writing all the emotions that you're experiencing right now. One emotion per leaf. Write down anxiety. Write down anger, insecurity, worry, stress, guilty, hatred, resentment. Write all of these emotions in those leaves and float it in the river. Drop it in the river. Drop all those leaves in the river. And look at it along with the water. The river carries these leaves further and further away from you. As these leaves go further away from you, you experience a release. You can experience anxiety going out of your body. You can experience anger going out of your body. All the insecurity going out. All the worries, the tension going out of your body. Take a deep breath in and breathe out through your mouth. Once again, take a deep breath in and breathe out through your mouth. Bring a gentle smile on your face. As you see, all of these negative emotions have gone very, very far away from you. Now visualize your favorite god standing there in front of you. into his eyes. Look at his smile. He's smiling at you. Now imagine your God places his hand on your head, blessing you. And from his hand comes a golden ray of light entering your body, as if it's healing you. Experience the energy in every cell of your body. Experience the heat of that ray of light. Experience the warmth of that ray of light. And slowly, you experience some positive emotions entering your body. Yes, you can see joy entering your life, happiness coming into your life, peace and calmness entering your life. Security coming into your life. You are no more anxious. You are no more insecure. You do not have hatred towards anyone, because now God is there with you. He is standing there with you, and He is telling you, relax. You are taken care of. Relax. I am always there with you. You are always supported. There's no need for us to be anxious. There is no need for us to be desperate to achieve our goals. Desperation and anxiousness are habits. It is a bad habit that we have to release from our body. So place your hand on your heart and repeat after me. From today onwards, I promise I will not be desperate for my goals. I will not get anxious if I do not achieve my goals. Because desperation is a bad habit. And I don't want bad habits in my life. So today I promise I will replace desperation with satisfaction. Yes. I will be satisfied irrespective of whether I achieve my goals or not. From today onwards, every moment of my life, I will live with satisfaction, with the deep satisfaction and gratitude for all the things that life has given me. Hold your hands in Namaste position and give that gratitude to your God who is standing in front of you. Bend your head and tell your God, Universe, today I surrender to you. I will no more be desperate. I will no more be anxious. But I surrender to you because I know that you are there to support me. I know that you will take care of me. If you have taken care of me so far, You will definitely take care of me in the future also. So thank you so much, universe, for being in my life. Thank you so much for teaching me all the lessons that I had to learn. Thank you so much, universe. I love you. As you say these words, looking into your God's eyes, you see a gentle smile on his face. He comes ahead and gives you a big hug. Take that hug from the universe. For the first time, experience your universe hugging you for the first time. And hug him back. Let that energy go to every cell of your body. And as you're hugging him, visualize the universe merging inside your body. The universe getting inside you. Yes, he has disappeared. He is now inside you. Put your hand on your heart and feel your heartbeat. Yes, that's where the universe is. He's there inside you. You can see his face, isn't it? There is God inside all of us. We had the power to create our destiny, not anyone else. We have the power to create. Now, with that intent, slowly come back to the room. Let's come back to the room. Gently wriggle your fingers, wriggle your toes. Start rubbing your hands. Start rubbing your hands and place your hands on your eyes. And gently open your eyes. Yes, everyone was able to visualize. Were you able to visualize God? Great. How many of you were not able to visualize? Tell me that.
Yes, ma'am. Can visualize.
Thank you, Devi. Yeah, Preeti was also able to visualize. Good. Anyone who was not able to visualize? Then the tomorrow's session, I will help you. So do let me know if any one of you is not able to visualize. I'll tell you what is the way you can do that. Okay, with that, so let's end today's session. Tomorrow, yes, it's our fear elimination workshop. Be there, I will make you do an activity. And yes, in tomorrow's session, we cameras on. Sorry. Hmm? Tomorrow's session will be a camera on session because you have to do an activity. I have to see you while doing the activity. Okay, it's an NLP technique that we will use to release that fear. Okay, it's good that people were able to visualize today because tomorrow also includes a visualization activity. So definitely for tomorrow's sessions, ensure that you're seated in a quiet place so that you are able to do this activity along with me as I give you instructions. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you for attending. Good night. I hope I was able to add value and tell you the reason for your life patterns. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Great session. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.